What's up, everyone? My name is Wesley Shoemaker, and I'm going to be joining the center field media team. I'm going to be covering the Washington Nationals, and I'm going to be covering everything from trade rumors to hot stove news to just team news in general. So I will be giving you guys all Nationals news all the time, every week, and I'm excited to get started. So let's get into our first video. In 2020, the Washington Nationals finished 26-34, good enough for a last place finish in the National League East. The Nationals will look to improve upon this mark as they are going to be in one of the toughest divisions in baseball next year. The Braves will return most of their talent from this year that took them to the NLCS into a Game 7 against the Dodgers. The Marlins shocked most people and made the playoffs, and the Phillies and Mets are going to be much better off than they were last year. In order for the Nationals to be able to compete in this division and possibly make it 2 World Series titles in 3 years, they're going to have to get a lot better, and they're going to have to do that real fast. One of the first areas of concern is adding another bat to this lineup. As most people know, after 2019, Anthony Rendon left and went to the Los Angeles Angels. Although he played a really good third base, he was really known for his bat. He batted third in the lineup, and it's hard to replace a guy like that. The Nationals tinkered with Carter Kieboom this past year, but it really didn't work out, so I expect the Nationals to try and go and get a third baseman. Many have rumored some trade packages for someone like Nolan Arenado, who doesn't seem to want to be in Colorado, but also people have also said to try from within, including Carter Kieboom, who kind of got a shot last year and was very disappointing for most people, but the Nationals are going to give it a lot of thought and a lot of options for who to put at the hot corner. The next position that we're going to talk about is the outfield. Last year, the Nationals had Adam Eaton, Victor Robles, and Juan Soto. As we all know, Juan Soto finished top 5 in NL MVP voting. He's going to be what we build around. But as for Victor Robles and Adam Eaton, they were both had very underwhelming seasons, and Adam Eaton was actually let go and his contract was not picked up. Therefore, the Nationals have some different ways to go about this. The Nationals can either look from within and go to a guy like Andrew Stevenson, who came on last year and hit really well and just prove that he can be an everyday player, or they can go out and try and sign a guy, maybe a George Springer, or trade for someone and try and get him in and to fill another bat need as well as an outfield spot. The Nats will also have to figure out what to do at catcher. Catcher has been pretty much a down disappointment for most teams in the league, but especially the Nationals. They've tried to platoon with Yan Gomes and Kurt Suzuki, and while it has worked well at times, it's also been pretty underwhelming offensively. Yan Gomes will be coming back. Obviously, his defense is really good, his blocking abilities, especially when he catches a guy like Patrick Corbin. But other than that, he just really hasn't produced all that much. The Nats could go out after a guy like Real Muto, although I'm not sure what Mike Rizzo will do, as they don't have a ton of money to spend, but do have some. The next thing the Nationals have to target is a 4th and 5th starting pitcher. The Nationals have their big 3 of Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg, and Patrick Corbin, but after that, it's 2 big question marks. Are they going to go to a guy like Joe Ross, Austin Voth, or are they going to go and sign someone maybe like Adam Wainwright? Who knows? Well, we have a whole winter to find out. One of the biggest problems last year was the Nationals' bullpen. They would get 5-6 quality innings from a starter, but then when they handed the ball over the bullpen, you wouldn't know what you were getting from your guys. The Nationals seem to be moving on from Sean Doolittle, but they still have Daniel Hudson, Tanner Rainey, and Will Harris in the back of that bullpen. Tanner Rainey was very good last year, and the Nationals might turn to him as their closer, but they're still going to look to see what they can get from Daniel Hudson and Will Harris. Obviously, Daniel Hudson helped the Nationals win their World Series title in 2019, but kind of took a step back last year. Will Harris they got from the Astros after 2019, and he just really wasn't consistent, and he got hit around real badly last year. So the Nationals will have to shore up their bullpen and try and go get a couple guys in order to try and make it better, so their starters don't have to do so much, so that they don't have to rely on Scherzer, Corbin, and Strasburg to throw 120 pitches, because if you do that over a 162 game season, it's just not good for the longevity of the year. All in all, if the Nationals want to compete again, they're going to have to add at least 2 bats to their lineup, shore up their bullpen, and also add 1 legitimate starter. I think the Nationals will definitely get a starter, as Mike Rizzo seems to go after starting pitching more than anyone. I also think the Nationals will add at least 1 bat, but I'm not sure if they can get a second bat. I do think, though, that the Nationals' big 3 in their rotation will carry them a little farther than they did last year, and I'm hoping to see them bounce back this year. So thank you guys for watching. This was a great first video, the 2021 Nationals Offseason Lookout, and be sure to like below and subscribe. Thank you for watching.